What's up and welcome to Versus Battle Cards. Today we have a brand new kind of matchup. A battle royale between all the masks from Crash Bandicoot. Well, okay, most of them. We'll be leaving out masks like Sparks from Crash Team Racing Nitro Field for obvious reasons, and Velo's mask and Apo Apo, because, well, they're a whole lot of nothing, which is saying a lot because there's already a couple masks in this battle royale who are pretty much nothing. Also, I'm going to be a lot more clear with these battle royales going forward, because when I used the original thumbnail, some people thought it was a team battle, which I understand. But nope, it's every mask for himself, hence this new thumbnail. Also, I need to be a lot more clear with the Discord poll, because when I said you could vote for up to 3 masks, that didn't mean only 3 masks on the ballot. Bit of a messy first battle royale, but we're learning. Anyways, it seems the winner is going to be either Uka Uka, Aku Aku, or Kapunua according to your guys' predictions. But let's see what the research says. Before we begin, I'll say that each mask here gets their own Crash Bandicoot to possess, control, or power up, coming with his classic spin, body slam, slide, and what have you. And the reason for this is because there's actually a couple masks here who don't have any means of attack at all unless they're attached to a Bandicoot. Anyways, let's begin. Our first 2 masks are a pair of brothers, Aku Aku and Uka Uka, and as brothers, they share a lot of the same abilities. All of the masks, of course, can float, but these 2 can also teleport, grant invincibility to their wearer, fully possess and control them, shoot lasers, generate explosions and create shockwaves, both can call meteors from the sky, both can heal and shield their wearers, they can clone themselves and possess or attack multiple people at a time, and both have some minor telekinesis, able to move and carry objects despite not having any hands. However, Uka Uka has displayed a few abilities that Aku Aku has not shown yet, mainly elemental manipulation. Uka Uka has shown the ability to control fire, ice, and even lightning, and when trying his absolute hardest, he's proven capable of opening dimensional rifts. This is an ability natural to the quantum masks, all 4 of them can do it. First we have Lani Loli, who can phase himself and objects in and out of existence. And when attached to a Bandicoot, he can even become completely invisible. There's Akano, a dark matter mask who weighs a ton and can reflect projectiles with a permanent spin. He can also shred through metal like it's nothing. There's Kapunua, a mask who can see all of time, past, present, and future. She can either slow things down or speed things up. And the last of the quantum masks is Ika Ika, a mask that can control, invert, strengthen, or weaken gravity. Shockingly though, none of the quantum masks have shown powers of possession similar to Aku Aku and Uka Uka. Even when attached to a Bandicoot, the Bandicoot still seems to have full control. Our final group of masks, the Elementals, doesn't seem to have this problem though. Not only are these guys capable of controlling and possessing the Bandicoots, but they can also infuse them with elemental abilities and power. Rocco controls the earth, can call meteors from the sky, and protect his Bandicoot in a stone shell. Wawa controls water, can create storms, and turn their Bandicoot into water. Pyro controls fire and can protect his Bandicoot in a molten magma shell. Lolo controls wind and electricity, can also create storms, and grants their Bandicoot increased size and the ability to fly. With all of the masks now covered, I'm gonna have to give this category to Uka Uka. Not only does he have all the abilities of Aku Aku and more, but he can also open up dimensional rifts like the quantum masks, and even has some elemental manipulation like the elementals. Let's see what the YouTube predictions are thinking though. Speed is pretty easy to figure out. All of the masks are pretty much the fastest in Crash Bandicoot's verse. Masks like Lolo can control lightning, Uka Uka and Aku Aku have lasers, they can all bypass traveling long distances thanks to their teleportation, and they can keep up with the carts in Crash Team Racing and Crash Nitro Kart, which are able to outspeed nitrous oxide, an alien who is capable of piloting ships that travel faster than light. So, since all of these masks top the verse, which one tops it the best? And the answer is pretty simple. It's Kapunua, the Mask of Time. Not only can she speed up or slow down time around her, but she also has precognition. She can see the future, the past, and pretty much all of time. Even if naturally every mask is on par with each other in terms of speed, Capunoa at least has the ability to be faster, and can see everything they're going to do before they even do it. Strength is quite tricky though, because while once again all the masks do top the verse, finding out who tops it the best is going to require a bit of examination. First is Aku Aku and Uka Uka. Aku Aku has survived a crash landing to Earth in a space station, and Uka Uka can create storms. Both should be powerful enough to wipe entire towns off the map. The elementals, on the other hand, are responsible for all of Earth's natural disasters, including the Ice Age. It also requires the energy of 5 power crystals to send them into hibernation, and considering the entire planet can be affected by just 25 power crystals, being able to resist at least 4 is nothing to sneeze at. Then there's the quantum masks, who are described as being the ones to hold the fabric of the universe together. However, this likely isn't through raw universal power. They just make sure no dimensional rifts are open so the universe doesn't tear apart. When Entropy's rift generator was active, they couldn't use their rift powers at all. In terms of raw feats, the elementals are on top by a landslide. However, Aku Aku was able to avoid a concentrated shot from all 4 of them and could even fight them alongside Crash. And it was Uka Uka who was powerful enough to break them out of their hibernation state in the first place. And it might be weird to say, but the quantum masks, the literal managers of the universe, might actually be the weakest ones. Not only was Entropy's device able to limit their powers, but even Dr. Cortex was able to capture and control them. Meanwhile, when faced with Uka Uka, Cortex is left on his hands and knees begging for mercy. Now, Aku Aku alongside Crash has defeated Uka Uka many times, and long ago he was even able to seal Uka Uka away. However, we never saw how that sealing away even happened, and according to Crash Bash, these two aren't even allowed to fight. It was likely done through some unconventional means rather than raw power. What we've seen from all the masks shows us that Uka Uka is the strongest. Let's see what the Discord predictions think. Prediction singular. For the final category, when it comes to skill, intelligence, and experience and whatnot, we only really have to look at 2 masks, Aku Aku and Capunoa. Aku Aku thanks to his natural wisdom and patience and ability to train up Crash to be the best hero, and then Capunoa with her precognition and knowledge of all of time. I'm gonna have to go with Aku Aku though. Despite Capunoa knowing everything, she still somehow manages to get caught off guard. As for Aku Aku, he always knows what to do, coming up with all the strategies and plans for defeating Cortex and Uka Uka. And he's the one who figured out how to seal Uka Uka away in the first place. However, despite Uka Uka's recklessness, blind trust in a stupid scientist, and complete lack of wisdom compared to his brother, he's still the winner. Yeah, he lacked Aku Aku's smarts and patience, and Capunoa could likely float circles around him, but his raw power and expansive arsenal were enough to secure him the victory. The rest of the placements are pretty shocking though. Despite the quantum masks being the managers of the universe, the elementals typically place higher because they have better feats and better means of attack. The best one of the elementals is likely Lolo, thanks to his control over the weather. He has the biggest arsenal of the elementals and is also responsible for the Ice Age. The top of the quantum masks is Akano. He has the most attacks out of the quantum masks, and his ability to reflect projectiles could turn the other masks' attacks against them. At the very bottom is Lonnie Lowly. He has absolutely 0 offensive options for himself or to offer his Bandicoot. He can't really do anything but hide through turning invisible or shifting out of existence. With all the mystical powers of the other masks, he'd be found eventually. But let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with this outcome? And thank you for predicting in this episode. Be sure to predict the next time with a comment down below, a comment in my Discord server, voting in the Discord poll, or making a video prediction. Next time we have a battle between 2 middle-aged middle managers. 2 guys who fumbled their dream girls, fumbled their dream careers, but were still able to keep going and find their purpose in life, managing a bunch of slacking goofballs. It's Benson from Regular Show versus Mr. Gar from OKKO.